We come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. At the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Browns, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 39-yard line. Now a handoff to Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. DJ Waddle able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. On 3rd down, Burrow. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. 4th and goal, and down by a touchdown. The offense stays on the field. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Nifty move. A nice opening right away as he'll maneuver his way up to the 32-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now Wilson on first down. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, You really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Now Wilson. And this is caught at the 8. The reception good for 7. It's third down. We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. From the shotgun, Wilson. And it's caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And the Rams are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10, so now they can keep grinding out first downs and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
Henry again. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
a leader, right?
To make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Wilson's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. This is caught by Evans. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Browns have taken the lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they go play action now. Burrow. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. That is caught at the 7. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And we'll see what they want to do. 45 seconds is all that remains until the break.
Let's go, dude. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And this one is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Wilson. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Again, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Rams will take over here just shy of the 30. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
Well, in every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down. And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
On first down, Henry. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
And now they will throw it with Burrow.
Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Again to Henry. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place. Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Rams, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's McPherson now to send it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Wilson now to throw on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 120 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Derrick Henry. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves them with 1 yard to go on third down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Los Angeles, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week.